Hello everybody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire Downfall more specifically. Again, to reiterate, Slay the Spire Downfall is the fan-made free add-on that you can download if you own the base game of Slay the Spire. Now, for the time being, I am avoiding any and all, I'm avoiding DLC characters, add-on modded characters, but I am going to be playing through with all of the base game characters, followed by the modded characters if the series goes on for that long. Now, I will admit, I did not mention this in the first episode, in the beginning of the first episode. Two or three things that I need to mention. First thing is, depending on whether or not Wolf thinks it's a good idea to keep the series going after he fixes his computer, I might not upload this again on the main channel. I might record it and upload it on my personal channel, Reaper Gaming. That is to say, if I need to move it over. Second thing that I did not mention in the first episode is that I'm going to be breaking down each run of the game into 3 episodes for each of the stages that I go through. So stage 1 is going to be episode, stage 2, and then stage 3. So yeah, that is the plan anyway, and that's what I did with the first 3 episodes. Again, I do apologize for the soft microphone. I did not realize until I finished recording the 3rd session that my mic was super low. It should be much better now. I also turned down the in-game sound from 50% to 25%, so hopefully that will not be too loud as well. Now, the other thing is, last time I had 3 attempts at record. The episodes you saw were the 3rd attempt at recording, so my throat was pretty sore. I don't know why, but for some reason it was starting to get sore already, and this is the first recording I'm doing. But I've got my water, and that was the last thing I wanted to mention. So let us get into it with the Silent. A deadly huntress from the Foglands eradicates its foes with daggers and poisons. Starts with Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. And then, of course, as with the Ironclad, we have 5 unlocks remaining. So let us embark in our attempt to slay the Spire. There we go. Okay, so, hello again. Talk. At least confront the first boss. I have not done a run in between the recording sessions we've had so far, but let's see here. So enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP. It is very tempting right now, because I stand a chance of getting 1 elite, 2 elites, not necessarily with the 1 HP, but I can potentially get 1 elite with 1 HP, and then 2 more elites after that, which I think I am going to do. I'm going to try and go for it. So, with me having selected the 1 HP enemies, the first combats are going to be super quick. Poison Stab, Acrobatics, and Eviscerate. Now, the Silent is very much a draw, discard, lower your energy costs, poison, dagger build. There are a lot of different builds for the Silent, as there are for the Ironclad. My personal favorite is either a poison deck or a dagger deck. Now, later unlocks can allow you to do a poison dagger run, which is pretty fun to do. I have done it. I think I pulled it off successfully once. Shining light. You find a shimmering mass of light encompassing the center of the room. Its warm glow and enchanting patterns invite you in. Ability upgrade, because why not? Remove a card from my deck for 7 HP. I am going to do this. Someone once told you of a cult that worshipped a giant bird. As you kneel in prayer, you begin to feel lightheaded. You wake up sometime later feeling strangely flat of foot. I did not read the first part of the text. That is one thing I need to be better at. Scrap ooze. As you walk into a room, you hear a gurgling and grinding of metals before you use a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. In the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light, perhaps something magical. It looks like you can get some treasure if you reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. And I got it first try again. I've got the same event in my Ironclad run, also got it first try. Very nice. The boot. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked damage, increase it to 5. Pretty cool. Success. After rummaging through the metal and burning acid, you finally grab a hold of a relic and yank it out. You pull your way out of the ooze damaged but rewarded. And I got very lucky because I get my one air-quoted free elite, which is also conveniently the most annoying elite for this character. Also, the card I chose was Deadly Poison, which is applied 5 poison. Simple as that. Now, poison, what it does is the amount of stacks you have on an enemy. For example, I had 8 stacks on that enemy. It will, at the end of my turn, it deals 8 damage and then reduces by 1. So it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then once it reaches 1 and another turn it goes away, it's end. It's over, it doesn't, you need to apply more constantly. Okay. Dagger Spray. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice, which is pretty good because I have the boot, so it's 5 damage if they don't have a block. Wraith Form, which scares me. Gain 2 intangible at the end of your turn, lose 1 dexterity. Intangible, reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1, and dexterity improves block gain cards. So you need to play this and then be sure that you can kill within, I'd say, 3 to 4 turns before you are somewhat screwed. And then Skewer, which is an X-cost card. Now, X-cost cards, I don't believe I saw in the Ironclad run, so let me explain how they work. An X-cost card deals, for example, this one is deal 7 damage X amount of times. Now, the X is the amount of energy you have when you play the card. So, for example, if I have 3 energy and I play this card, it'll deal 7 damage 3 times. If I have 4 or 6 energy, it will deal 7 damage 4 or 6 times. So the amount of energy you have is the amount of energy it takes, and it uses all of that for the card's effect. Now, as far as I am aware, it's usually damage cards, but I'm going to go for Dagger Spray because it is a bit of area of effect, and I am going to smith Poison Stab for more poison. And the next smithing I'm doing is probably going to be for Deadly Poison. Gremlin Knob, my least favorite enemy to fight as the Silent. because the silent has less HP and is really reliant on skill cards. So the fact that he's dealing 14 damage practically every turn, the fact that he's dealing as much damage as he was terrifying for me. Lantern, which is starting to combat with an additional energy, so the first turn I have 4 energy instead of just 3. And I also picked up a meal ticket from the other elite fight. Meal ticket whenever you enter a shop, heal for 15, which is great because I think there's a shop, yeah, on the path that I'm planning on taking. I am going to take another deadly poison here, because this is the start of a great poison deck. Hex Talisman. I have never seen this. At the start of combat, apply 1 weak and vulnerable to a random enemy. It's good, could be better. Oh, that's why I've never seen it before. It's because it's from the Downfall mod. I'm taking it, obviously, but to reiterate, weakened creatures deal 25 less damage, and vulnerable they take 50% more damage from attacks, which is handy. Yeah, see, now I have 4 energy instead of 3. Stab you, poison will kill. Strike, defend, because I need that HP right now. I do not want to lose any more HP right now if I don't have to. And I just get rid of the excess energy that I have just because. And skill potion, that's pretty good. Endless Agony. Now there's another build that I have never been able to pull off because I've never found more than 1 copy of this card while I'm trying to go for a build revolving around it. Now Endless Agony, 0 cost card, deal 4 damage. Whenever you draw this card, add a copy of it into your hand. Exhaust. Now that is the reason why it is tricky to get a proper build surrounding Endless Agony unless you have a lot of discard and draw cards in your deck. Now unfortunately I'm going for a poison deck, as is evidenced by my 2 deadly poisons and poison stab, so I'm not taking Endless Agony this time. I am going to go for dodge and roll, because you gain 4 block and then you gain 4 block next turn, which upgrades into 6 block. Now 6 block or 4 block even can be the difference between life and death sometimes. Now, I am going to take the waffle and I'm going to take Noxious Fumes because I can afford it. Okay, Noxious Fumes. Let me just real quick, for those who switch the videos on in the background for listening rather than watching. Noxious Fumes. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. It is a power card, and it is extremely good. And the waffle that I took, these waffle base game, upon pickup raise your max HP by 7 and heal all of your HP. So I now have 77 HP, which is nice. And okay, World of Goop. You fall into a puddle. It is made of slime goop. Frantically you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel the goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing gold coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle. Now my options are gather gold, gain 75 gold, lose 11 HP, or leave it, lose 11 gold. Obviously I don't have another shop coming up this floor, but I'm going to hit gather gold. Feeling the sting of the goop as the prolonged exposure starts to melt away at your skin, you manage to fish out the gold. I can add a quality to him right now. 9 poison, 12 damage, that's 4 direct. Yeah, got it. Make up on the first turn, which is never a nice thing with this enemy. I want to block more than anything else. That. Skill potion. Actually, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, poison killed, and he only hit me once. Nice. The relic I got is Blood Vial. At the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Smoke Bomb. Pretty handy. Escape from a non-boss combat. Receive no rewards. Now if I was going for a... Oh, actually... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Gonna go for Flechette here. Deal 4 damage for each skill in your hand. Take it. Roll, dagger spray, strike, enter. So I'm going to take 6 damage here, which is fine as long as I can eliminate both enemies this turn. Okay. Card options. Quick Slash. Deal 8 damage, draw 1 card, dodge and roll, gain 4 block, next turn gain 4 block, or Caltrops. Whenever you are attacked, deal 3 damage back, which is another power card, and it upgrades to 5 damage. I am going to take Caltrops because Caltrops is one of my favorite cards in this game. And then I'm going to rest right before the boss fight. Okay. Start off with Deadly Poison. I should have started with Flechette because that would have been 3 damage. Stake. So hopefully I can get the noxious fumes out before I noxious fumes, block, and then turn. Yay, Caltrops. Brilliant. So I'm going to split this one first, the Spike Slime, because they apply Frail to me, which is gain 25 less block from cards for X amount of turns, depending on how many stacks of Frail you have on you. I want to split you as soon as possible. And get rid of the ones that you split into as well, because they are equally annoying. So, Frontliner, Skill Potion, I'm going to drink. Doppelganger is pointless because I don't have any extra energy. This one, Piercing Whale. All I need is 6 strength this turn, exhaust. Okay. Poison. Dagger spray. 1 skill. Okay, and he is also splitting. So poison will get you, so I'm going to focus on. And now I am not too concerned about blocking because I can see that my chances of winning are decent. One enemy left in fight. And that's it. End of the fight. Perfect. Okay. Envenom. Perfection for my build. Envenom is a power card. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison, which upgrades to be a 1 cost instead of a 2 cost power card. Let's see here. All of these relic choices are bad except for 1. Okay. We've got Wrist Blade. Attacks that cost 0 deal 4 additional damage. Coffee Dripper. Gain an extra energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer rest at rest sites, which gives me 4 base energy rather than 3, which will make Lantern give me a total of 5. Instead of 3 or 4. And then Astrolabe. Upon pickup, transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. Transformed cards become a random card of any rarity. Upgrades cards to make them more powerful. Cards can only be upgraded once. An exception of one of Ironclad's cards, which can be upgraded any amount of times, and it can get pretty insane if you get it early on. Excuse me. So I got Crippling Cloud, which applies 7 poison and 2 weak to all enemies and exhaust. Escape Plan, draw 1 card. If you draw a skill, gain 5 block. And Well Laid Plans. At the end of your turn, retain up to 2 cards.